Hey guys, hello and welcome to the first part of the preview of the next major update for Total War Attila's Ancient Empires mod. Now before starting with the content of the video, I'd like to mention the following disclaimers. Things you're about to see are work in progress and are subject to change. Also, the build seen here is up to date using a private tester build, but more features are planned to be implemented by next week. So this video and currently present changelogs posted on Total War Center only include already implemented changes, and further changes as they become ready will warrant a second video and an update to the changelog. Please then make sure that you do stay up to date as we include more in the days to come by following the Total War Center forum linked in the description, as well as subscribing to my channel, as I only recently decided to properly build this YouTube channel, and it certainly would be appreciated. This video highlights not only features of the update, but pre-existing ones as well, to give examples of just how old and new features work together for added effect. Looking at the situation we have here, we can see that my Roman campaign has been going well. I have conquered all of Iberia, the south of Gaul, including Massilia. I've also conquered Greece, and of course I've defeated those filthy Carthaginians. Let's check on Iberia first of all and have a look at just how my efforts to promote order and stability there are going. Alright, it appears as though Galatia is having issues with native discontent emanating from cultural strife. Ancient Empires allows for several ways to deal with this. Alright, so examining the governor's details, here we can see skills now have 2 tiers to them for extra effect in this update. I will choose a skill reducing native discontent. But that's not all. In the effect summary to the left, we can see how our governor's popularity is reduced. Having a look at the effects of this, native discontent is amplified. I could try to solve this using ancillaries and retainers. These items will help the governor recover some of his lost popularity by next turn. Also, I'll assign him a mentor who, given time, will shape the governor into a better administrator, using traits unique to ancient empires. And using the correct edict is still an effective way of dealing with native discontent. Alright, so let's see what this army can do for us as well. Okay, so you can see here that traditions also have 2 levels, just like skills. And this army also already has a tradition, allowing it to reduce native discontent further. You may have noticed that we are in autumn. This update will see ancient empires returning to 4 turns per year as a standard layout for the campaigns you start. This also means a rework was necessary to seasonal effects and economic rebalancing. This change was based on popular demand, as was seen on a poll on the Total War Center Ancient Empires page. The winter season will also see graphical changes. As you know, Total War Attila features progressive growth of winter as you go later in the campaign. While winter graphics in Ancient Empires though are static, we have chosen a later variant of winter to stick to, meaning that Europe will be covered in a lot more snow, yet caution was also exercised to not have it too exaggerated. Deep in Illyria, I'm at war with the Scordisi, and I'm about to take over their capital. Let's auto-resolve this to gain the settlement. We'll choose to loot and occupy the city, seizing whatever plunder I can find. New effects have been added in this update following successful sieges, as seen here. Because the army has looted the settlement and have gotten their share of the spoils, their spirits are high and are elated. This is represented by a significant reduction in upkeep and an integrity boost. On top of this, a faction-wide economic boost is also given. These effects are different by faction, culture, and by your choice after the siege. The Scordisi still have another settlement and powerful allies in the Veneti to their north and the Galabri to the south, and Odrysians who are already marauding in the east. I must raise another army. In this situation, a particular character comes to mind, my faction leader's brother. When he came of age, I remember he was more or less average. However, since then he has been a retainer of one of my most successful generals, Lucius Scipio. Not only this, but I have also given him a mentor that educates him about the arts of battle. Since then I have witnessed his command rating steadily increase thanks to acquired traits. But for now, let's keep him learning for a little while longer and look for another commander. Alright, it looks like I have found just the man for the job, an exceptional military commander with high command. As the base attribute point level is increased to 5, this candidate's command hikes up to 9. Now in this case he is an 8, not a 9, due to another trait, as I already recruited this character once before, and since then he has gotten another trait that reduces his command by 1. A lot of innovations have been added in the background skill system, and to help me clarify them, let's pull up this table. There are two main parts to this spreadsheet, background traits and background skills, divided horizontally by category and vertically by level. Background skills are what would be displayed in the candidate selection panel and are composed of 4 background traits. Each level of background skill is assigned a particular amount of background traits in accordance with their tiers. The background skill in question is then given the right background trait from its own category, then supplemented in the 3 remaining slots with consideration to the allotted allowance and what would complete other aspects of the character in other areas. The different categories are listed above, highlighted in yellow, and as an example of what I've already mentioned, let's look at the background skill Exceptional Military Commander. Since it is the best level of leadership type background skill, it includes Military Genius, the first and best level possible for background traits in the same category. Then it is allotted 2 second level traits, Assertive, Reputable, and a 3rd level trait, Meager Governor. Bear in mind that the top 2 tiers in background traits provide bonuses while the bottom 2 provide penalties. On the right hand side we have the special and rare Paragon class background skills with the most proficiency available to their respective fields. The goal of this background skill overhaul is to change the usually meaningless candidate screen into an important and thought-provoking process, like an employer choosing the right man for the right job, or simply holding off on unqualified candidates. This new and exciting change is still being expanded with more possible levels of background skills, background traits, paragon classes, and more. But to help me further emphasize on the system, this second spreadsheet will help. 5 is the new base attribute point, which can be then altered with traits and skills. We did not only want characters that would be average, good, and better at their respective roles, but to simply also have characters being horrible for roles they are not suited for. Therefore, anything under 5 which you may get from a negative trait causes significant penalties to the character. However, played right with careful recruitment of characters to the right roles, the player will not have to suffer such penalties, but that is assuming that you always are offered a suitable character. Now I want to talk about my personal experience in this campaign using this update. I must say that it is nothing short of amazing. Ancient Empires already placed characters under the microscope with their diverse and dynamic traits, but this new addition encouraged me to personally assign ancillaries and retainers more than ever. It was a thoroughly delightful experience, and it seems to me that I got to know so many characters and actually remember how they are different. I remember how excited I was when around turn 50 I got my first Paragon class candidate, and he was a Paragon of military command. I was looking forward to using him in battle. If you are new to Ancient Empires or have been holding off on playing it too early in development, I urge you to get started now. Features are really becoming fleshed out. Alright, thank you so much guys for watching my video and supporting me, but that's not all. Even while the second part of the Spotlight preview is not up, you can subscribe to await its arrival or go visit the Total War Center page, linked in the description, to go see the entire changelog, which, I remind you, will be updated itself as we release more information. This video was not a point-by-point coverage of the update, and in the changelog you can see just so much more about the recruitment system changes, updated stances, differences between factions, character trait triggers, etc, etc. I encourage you to go have a look at that, and thank you so much once more. Adios.